Hello everyone, welcome back to Blast the Process. We just had the amazing illusion block, and now we're continuing with more Disney goodness. This is Mickey Mania with Linkboss. Hello Linkboss.
Hi.
And without further ado, we can get started whenever you're ready.
Okay, so I'm not ready yet. I have to go in the start menu. Okay, I am ready.
Okie doke, I'll count you down.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
And we're started. So, hello everyone. So this is Mickey Mania. This is a game which has been developed in 1994 by who are they? It's Traveler's Tales, the guy who made Sonic R. Yeah. Yeah, but unlike Sonic R, this is actually a good game. Hi Seth, and thanks for the GLs. So this is actually a good game, even if it's not in the Illusion series of games. It came out on SNES, on PlayStation 1 under the name Maker's Wild Adventure, and on the Genesis on Mega Drive. So the first thing I did here was a skip. You didn't see it, but I did a skip. Oh, and I got it. Thanks. I did.
You just went right through Pete. What is that?
I went a little bit too early. So if I went too early, the current the hitbox for Pete isn't materialized yet. So I go for it. Thanks. So yeah. What did I want to say? Yeah, the first thing I did. You have to. When I was early, so I finished the first level, and when I was earlier on the level, I had to ring the bells. So I did a little skip by jumping on the how is named this bird to go through it. So we're here on the second level, and this level is a bit harder. Not to say way harder than the first one.
Yes.
Yeah, this is one of the two hard levels here. I do a little skip here with the ropes by jumping as early as I get on it. It's quite hard to do, and if you play on a setup that lags a bit, it can totally throw you off and make you miss this. And thanks for the GLs, guys. I see on the chat. What I have else to say? Yeah, this game is without bugs. This one doesn't use a bug. Hi Bob, and thanks for good bugs. No bugs on this game, as I was saying. So it relies on pure execution. There isn't a lot of skips. There are some, like the one I did on the first level with the bells. Here I jump for a very specific reason. On this level, the barrels are going slightly faster than you if you don't jump. But if you jump, you don't have the slight slowdown you have when going from one step to another, and you actually can do the portion before them hitting you. And another thing on this game is that this section is completely without RNG. So this game is completely without RNG, as I was saying, and I died. I will do this one better because this section is completely automated. I have learned how to do it perfectly. So this is the most optimal movement I can do it if I don't die. Because this is the most optimal movement. I know it because I don't actually release the right button, so I physically can't go any faster. And this is something you can do with this kind of game with actually no RNG. You can have a pretty much optimized movement. I don't have it on all of the parts of the game, but some are completely optimized.
Now I have a question.
Yes.
So there's a dude on YouTube, the guy who made this, and
Yeah.
he's very famous.
Yeah, I wanted to actually to talk about that. Thank you for leading me to that. So that's the creator of the game, John Burton, which is the CEO of Traveler's Tales, who has made a channel on YouTube which is called Game Hut, and he actually explains how this game works in his series Coding Secrets. He explains how some of the parts of the game work, like the one you said you saw earlier with the when you get down the tower, and the next in the next level there's something else. There's another section you'll see, which is very impressive for a Mega Drive game, a Genesis game if you're American. And it's completely impossible to understand how it works. It uses a lot of obscure ways from how the Genesis works to do that. This boss is actually quite hard to do because the Erlenmeyer's patterns here is quite big, and the thing is to optimize the boss to actually get to the last hit, at the last hit, to get the nearest of the exit door. And sorry for my English, by the way, because...
Oh, no, that's perfectly alright. I do want to note, I've owned this game since I was 3, and you're already farther than I've ever been in my entire life.
Yeah.
It's hard.
To reply about that, there's something I have to tell you about that. I've got this game since I was 5, maybe something like that, and I have to say I got this is a way this is bad level. Yeah, I have got this game since I was 5, and to be honest, the first time I actually beat it was when I was 19, something like that. No, way further than that. It was 2 years ago, so I was 23 then. And this is something again with the new RNG thing. When you play it a lot and you never finish it, but the day you finish it, you're basically ready to speedrun it, because the amount of work it takes you to finish this game is actually about the same you have to learn the run. So, because you have to know the game by heart to be actually able to finish it. So here is the part I said John Burton explains in his videos on his YouTube channel, and it's quite impressive. It's not the 7 mod on the SNES, but it's something similar, and it's quite astonishing to see that on a Mega Drive.
It is very impressive.
Yeah. So this level at the beginning you have quite a hard jump to do, and I've made it. Thanks. This jump is, you have a very short window to do it, but I managed to do it now. But I wonder how the developers actually thought you can do it. You can do it casually without training a lot to do it. And on this level, I will actually count my lives. So as you can see on the upper right, you have the. I have to get it, please. I'm too good. I have to get it, but I can't because I have to get it. I'm safe. Ah, not that much, please. Yeah, I got it one time too much. I will have to do a safer strat. That's not that hard. So yeah, on this level I have to get a certain amount of life when I'll get to the checkpoint, because this is a way that the way that the checkpoints work on this game. On this game, when you go past the checkpoint, you respawn where you died, and not by the checkpoint. So I'll pause here because I have to. Yeah, I had to get another cue. there. To start at the right time for the level for the water level to be correct. So yeah, here I have to get my my life correctly, because I have to dive there, because it's just faster than waiting and not losing your life earlier. So I'll die, and I lose only 3 seconds here. And basically, it's one of the big mechanics in this game is you have to take your life into account and use a lot of getting hit strats. And there you have something. I had to pause a little bit. So that's why I did some taps on the right button. It's because you have to wait before pushing the table, because if you don't wait, you mess up the cycle of this ghost appearing, and it can make you get it once more, and that's not something I want to do. And as you maybe haven't seen, the ghosts are only the ghost hitbox is only there when you is only there when the ghost is fully appeared, so you can optimize by just going through the ghost as it disappears. And here I do a skip. In the game you have to usually water a plant and make it grow to go on the mushroom, but I can go through that just by jumping on an enemy and getting hit, and jumping on this enemy to do this skip makes me get it about 3/4 of the time. There's a high chance that I have to get it. And I agree that it's sad that Mickey Mania 2 was cancelled, because I think it would have been a good game. Yeah. Oh, I got it. Too bad. So here there's something else. The hitboxes for the spider children, the baby spiders, is actually very small. So I can manage to what do I want to say? I can manage to go very way near them and almost touch the sprite while not touching the hitbox. This is quite good. And by the way, the butterflies here are the worst enemy of the game, because their hitbox is so weird.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, the hitbox is a very hard hitbox to understand. And this is because of something too. This hitbox is a part. No, I will take this one, because I may die if I don't take it. So yeah, I died. It's not that bad. So the hitbox is that weird, because this game wasn't actually animated by video game people, at the opposite of World of Illusion, Castle of Illusion, and the other Illusion games. It was actually animated by Disney people. This is the people working at Disney Studios that animated the game. That's why the animation is so good. But it
looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks amazing for a Genesis game. It's very impressive. And the programming by as you can have seen if you have watched the Game Hut videos, the programming is quite amazing, because this game doesn't lag. It doesn't lag at all. Meanwhile, it has a lot of things going on at the screen at the same time. And I think that's why this game was made for the. It's clearly visible that this game was made for the Genesis and not the SNES on the first time, because the SNES game is buggy, it bugs, it lags, and it has loading times. And here to go faster, I have to my strat is actually to get it a lot of times. So because you have these enemies, you have to hit them 3 times if you want to kill them, and the 2 first times you can't hit them by jumping on them. You have to throw them marbles. So it's quite annoying. So I just go through them because, and I do a little bit of hitbox abuse, because when I hit the enemies, their hitbox aren't activated. That means that I can by hitting these enemies with the knives. By hitting them, I can just get through them because their getting hit animation is so long. I can just go pass through them and not hit their hitbox. But I can't do that with the bears because their hitting animation is very, very small. I managed to go through once. Once I managed to go through a bear. It was at ESA, so European Speedrunning Marathon. I don't know if you know it. It's a speedrunning marathon in Sweden, but I managed to go through a bear, and I think going through the bears is something that's TAS only, because it's frame perfect. TAS only, or with very good luck.
Yeah. So you got that once, and it was in a marathon, so that's perfect.
Yeah, that's perfect, but that's the about only thing that was good on the marathon. My time was actually 20 minutes something, so it's a bad time.
Oh.
Yeah, 20 minutes 32, I think. And but it was a bit mimi, so I was happy.
Well, the run's going amazingly so far.
Nah. I won't say so.
It looks good.
Yeah.
It looks good as someone who has never beaten the second level. And pretty much to anyone else, I'm sure, who's played this. This game is not easy.
Yeah, this is a game that's from the good old era of the games where they didn't have a lot of memory on the cartridge, and they strategy for that was for making the game making you spend longer playing the game. It was to actually make the game harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see it also with I think the perfect example for this type of game is Contra on NES. Because the game is finishable in 10 minutes, in less than 10 minutes, but you can't actually finish it if you're not insanely good. And there's a lot of games on the Genesis that have that too. For example, Sonic 1. Sonic 1 is the perfect example.
Maybe the game I ran last night, the Ooze.
What was it?
Game, the Ooze. It's
the Ooze, yeah.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
I love how you're literally killing these weasels. Like, they're falling over, and they're just gonna get roasted. These poor weasels.
Yeah, but I killed them before because I'm. Yeah, it's not the perfect setup because I got it. I have one digit less than the full, which is the best I could do.
Now there is something else that I saw in a Game Hut video.
Yeah.
It was one about Sonic 3D Blast.
Yeah.
And he mentioned that in this game, if there's any kind of like errors, the game does what it calls the secret warp, and it sends you further.
Yeah, this is actually something used in the speedrun of the SNES version, because the SNES version glitches a lot more than this. Effectively, if the game crashes, there's something you don't have in a lot of games. For example, if the game crashes in Sonic 2, the game crashes and you can't do it. You can't do anything about it. It's you have to reset. But here it goes into a weird portion of the code where you have a secret warp that can get you either backwards or forwards one level. That's a bit weird. I managed to do it on a bad Genesis emulator once, but that's about the only time I did it.
So it's not viable for a Genesis file.
No, or else I think I will do it because there's a task of this game available, so and it doesn't use anything like that because the game is very well made on Genesis.
Gotcha. See, Genesis does what Nintendo doesn't. because
Yeah.
we're better.
And
And
it
don't
doesn't
fall apart at the easiest provocation.
it doesn't actually have any loading times too. This is a good thing.
Is this Pete is the final boss, right?
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah. This is the final
Okay.
boss. It's completely automated. It does the same thing over and over and over. And so you have some. I did some small optimizations. For example, at one time I did not push the cart under his ass. Because on the second sequence, Pete actually laughs after launching his weapon, and waiting, and you have to wait. Basically, you have to wait a little bit on this, and time.
All right.
How long is it? Was it
Good time. Let's see.
more than 20 minutes?
Yes, it looks like about 2026.
Yeah, 2020.
2022.
Oh, it's good.
No, that's still good. I mean, hey, it was entertaining, and I think everyone in chat will agree that was GG.
Yeah, thanks for the GGs.
Thank you so much. That
Thank-
was very entertaining.
Thanks to you, and thanks to Blast the Process to having to have hosted my small one.
Of course. Do you have anything else that you want to say?
No, I don't have anything that I want to say. Sega
Okay.
does what Nintendo don't, basically.
I can agree with that. So many thanks again. Everyone go ahead and follow him, give him some love. We will be moving on in a few moments with Sonic Man 2005 for Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition on the hardest level. So get ready for that. We're finally moving past the Disney. It's been like 3 hours.